with the VOD review. Battlex, can you tell me in chat what this is? Which level? Hey, Jinjin. Which level of play this is? I think it's a scrim, right? If it's a for sure scrim, I threw my game. Oh no. It's a for sure scrim. I can tell from the comms already, because it's not normal comms or ranked. Now, was this just... That was with your team, right? The team you're coaching? Mr. Battlex? Fuck, Ginger, we're getting roasted. It's a scrim. I hopped in for our flex CPS, averages are 3.4. Okay, so now we understand what it is. Sombra gameplay 3.4 is our... do you want me to only go on your Sombra gameplay or on the entire team that we can talk about? No, I will... Actually, let's just do both. I'll focus on your Sombra gameplay, but if I find something in comm structure, because I can't really see what they're playing or where they're playing, go on the team. Yeah, but it's quite hard because I don't see them. I don't have an overview, right? I only see your POV.
Then we go in. Yeah, we can use your movement.
If they have,
so you're playing Sombra Genji.
So we should probably go back and swap, but we can keep the Sombra.
You play Sombra Genji, so I expect you to expect them to not play goats. Is what I'm thinking. Like you're playing against a team that's not playing goats, because Sombra Genji is rough against goats or floats for that matter.
So I'll play Anna or Sen?
You play Anna first.
Okay.
Yeah, Anna is... In general, you want to play Anna with the comp, just because it combos better with the Nano Blade. And the Anna has an easier time peeling for herself than the Zen. So, in general, with this comp, you want to play the Anna, because it enables your Genji a bit better.
Play around Sugu sidelines.
Alright, let's see.
Let's see what they have first.
Yeah.
Are you here at the beginning? In general, what teams do nowadays, even with goats, they go through inner 2-point or they go on the high ground. So this move right here doesn't really give you much info, especially because if you walk in here as the Sombra where you take first contact, your team's gonna see them anyways up here. So the scouting route is not very good, Mr. Battlex. So in general, what I would suggest is, if we go back a bit, what I would suggest is you either cut this way on point or this way on point and try to get early info as soon as possible, because you wanna get info as early as possible so your team can decide. Because if they play goats and they come from main on point, where does your monkey want to be? He's not just gonna walk on point into them. He's gonna jump on the high ground and try to get high ground control on point, so he can zap from up there and can reset his jump up there, drop down, jump back up, that kind of stuff. So you want to know as early as possible what kind of comp they're running, so you can set up the play you want to make, right? So running here and then hesitating and going back this way, especially on first fight, you should not do that if possible. Try to get info as early as possible so your team knows what to do. So many arrows. I'm trying.
Let's see what they have first.
Yeah, see what I have first. Good call. Now you cut this way. You made this like right here. You still don't have info, right? Because they went through inner. But if you cut through here or onto point from any other angle, you will get info earlier. Don't look at my crosshair. Is whatever, dude. I don't really care about crosshairs. Any more lefts and he'll be back. It's what? See what they play.
Okay.
Look right here, your team's already fighting and you're not in position. And in general, Sombra should be the one that is in position first before anyone has a proper fight. I mean, obviously it's just a poke war, but still you should try to be in position already.
Yeah, they're playing the...
Now your job here, it'd be easier to explain if you get overhead map image. I don't have that though. I have his POV, you forehead. Oh, you mean an image? I don't know. I think this is fine. So in general, your job here is to find out what their backline is, because that's usually their target. Especially if you don't play goats, which you saw because they had Hammond. You can already tell they have a Hammond up here. If they have Hammond, it suggests they have a DPS comp, right? Like triple DPS or something like that. So in general, you would want to find out what their backline is, and if it's a weak backline or a diveable backline that doesn't have a brig, anything that doesn't have a brig is not a strong backline. You can set up a dive on that. And since they play Hammond, I assume they don't have a brig right now.
They're all
soldier. Okay.
They have a soldier, is the call?
DPS thing, I think.
Okay, this is fine movement. Okay, now you see there's Zen. What's your next play? Do you know? Well, I could tell you right now, I think, because it's probably going to take long. So your next play, you see there's Zen. either you call a dive on the Zenyatta because he's completely alone in halls, or kills Zen for it. Yeah. Or instead of calling a dive on the Zen, you call your team to engage on someone else, because that way the Zen will have no peeling. If you're confident in your ability to solo kill the Zen, then you can tell your team to engage on someone else, and you'll get the Zen by yourself. If you're not confident in that, because, I don't know, he has a good angle, because on this part of the map, it's not that easy, because he only has to, like, you can't really have multiple angles of attack, right? You only have this one angle, because if you run past him, he'll see you. So, I'll wait for his right click and fuck up, wait for it. Okay, but, okay, let's look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is you didn't call anything. Spoilers. You didn't call anything, so what you should do, before you uncloak, you tell your team either, hey, there's Zens and halls, let's jump the Zen together, it's a free kill. Or you tell your team, I'm gonna, well, you don't have to explain, but basically you're saying, engage on them. Because that way, the Zen can get no peel at all. Because what happens if you engage before your team engages, they can just peel the Zen, and you have to get out, and then your team engages, and then it's a 6v5 for them. I was too greedy. Well, not really too greedy, you just didn't call anything. It's been like 7 years, Nucleus. So, you just didn't call anything. That was the biggest issue. If you tell your team to dive with you, or to engage on someone else, it's fine, but let's see.
They have hands or two.
He fucks you up. Oh, okay, that's rough. No, but look, if your monkey, at this moment, is on the soldier, that's not happening. So you have to call something. Like if you tell your team, hey, engage on them, your monkey jumps on the soldier up here, he's not gonna rocket shoot you here, and you're not gonna die. Because of that simple call. Or if your monkey jumps the Zen with you, he's just dead in here, because he can't get peel anyways, because he's cut off from his team that all went high ground. And at that point, of the team, or your team in general, contests them, they can't peel for the Zen, because they're busy with your monkey. If your monkey jumps the Zen with you, he's just dead. And your monkey will probably take the most of the damage from the soldier, because he's just a big body and you won't die. So your problem, or your mistake right there, was to not call the dive, or not call the setup.
Oh shit.
I come back and come back.
So in general, your comp against, I can't really tell what they have. They have Soldier, Doom, Zen, Wrecking Ball. What else do they have? Do you ever press shift here? Sombra? Okay, they have triple DPS. They have Doom, Soldier, Sombra, Zen, Wrecking Ball. I don't know what their second support is. Probably Lucio? Or Mercy? How's the high ground? Platform call is just called high ground, because it's the only high ground. Literally just called high ground. Lucio? Okay. Okay, they have the Lucio. So in general, you have two plays you can make. Either you get on the Soldier, or you get on the Zen. Those are your two plays at the beginning of a fight. Unless obviously they fuck up. Or, actually there's another play, you can bait the Hammond and just hack him. That's another play too you can make, because you have a Sombra. But in general, your targets are Soldier, Zen, and if you can get a good setup, you can hack the ball as well.
Back to spawn.
That fight right there was just lost because you guys didn't communicate your dives. Okay, here you can see. Okay, yeah.
We can kill them, we can kill them. Doom.
Okay, right here. Good call on overextension. Kill Doom. The guy's overextended. I think his team's capping, because they literally just capped. So killing the Doom here is a good thing.
We can't kill
Yeah, I got hacked. Doom's still low though.
Call your hack. Bad legs. Call your hack. If you hack the Hammond, call it. It's a free kill. Don't just hack him and then be like, okay, I expect him. I was outplayed. I call it? Wait, did I just not hear it?
No, cause it's Doom, so we can't kill
Yeah,
him.
I got hacked. Doom's still low though.
I say in the background.
What? What do you mean I call it? There's nothing. Wait, let's listen again closely. Wait, am I just not hearing it?
No, cause it's Doom, so we can't kill him.
Yeah, I got hacked. Doom's still low though.
I say in the background.
Just shoot the
I don't know. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, that's important, because... Oh my god, that's scary. Oh my god! You actually got lucky there. If he hits that punch, you're just fucking dead. Also, using your translocator aggressively is most of the time not optimal. You only want to do it if you're very, very certain that they can't punish you for it. But Adi was talking. Still, that's a very important. That's a very important call. Because a Hammond hacked is literally just 600 HP feeding. It's like a Roadhog that can't vape or deal damage to you. So right here with your translocator, try to only use it aggressively if you're very certain they can't kill you.
Sombra no invis, half. Wait, are we going left side?
Now, in general, one thing with the translocator, just scream. In general, with the translocator, throw it at a place where you think your backline is gonna be playing mid-fight, because that way you can peel for your backline once you translocate out, and you're already in the fight and they can heal you back up. You don't have to go to a health pack. Now in this part, if you take halts,
Invis, half.
where you should throw your translocator is probably in this corner here or in this corner here. Like anywhere where you can be in your with your backline in the next 2 seconds. If you threw it behind you where you did, and they just jumped your backline and you translocate out, you need like 3 seconds to get here again and be useful. So in general, you just want to be in a position where the translocator is right next to your team so you can be useful again. You don't have to be on a med pack. You just want to have it anywhere where your backline's gonna be.
Are we going
Hammond
left
tech, yeah. I know you go high ground, it's not bad. You should call, but in general your team, I feel like your team is very impatient. You should call, hey, let our Sombra set up, let our Sombra find out where people are that we can dive, and then jump there. I feel like you guys are just walking in, and don't leave your Sombra time. Now here again, if you want to dive that guy, don't just solo attack him, that doesn't do much. Because he's not gonna die to you, especially if he has healing field. Soldier is a harder kill. So you need a monkey at least to follow up in order to kill him. So call soldier on high ground, set up for soldier on high ground. Monkey, you ready? He says yes, then you can uncloak, he jumps in. And he will most likely die, especially with Zen Lucio, he doesn't have any other appeal. But you're not gonna solo kill the soldier. Especially not with one clip. You would literally have to only hit his head, which is crazy. I'm safe there and have my heals 100%. Yeah, that's true, but you have to understand, in competitive play, like in proper competitive play, not in ranked, it's all about min-maxing. So you have to be in a position where you can help your backline as well while you're low. Like if the monkey jumps, or not monkey, but if their Hammond jumps your backline, and you see that, even though you might be on a soldier, you can literally just translocate and hack the Hammond, and he's just feeding. Our teams don't shut up at all, right? So I guess you better just never shut up. Well, it depends. It depends on what com. If it's useless stuff you're saying, then don't say it. If it's good info, then say it. I don't expect you to kill him right here. Yeah. I mean, you can do that if you're that play. You can do it if your goal is to literally only farm EMP. But if your goal is to farm EMP, then you should go on the Hammond because you will get way more ult charge from that than on the soldier. So I don't think that was a great display you did, but it's okay. In general, you should try set up the dive a bit better with your team. In general, right here, you tell, hey, let me scout high ground. Let me go here. Team, wait in main. Or you say, hey, there's a Sombra translocator. Can you find the Sombra and force her out? Or you say, hey, I'm destroying the Sombra translocator. If you see the Sombra, kill her. But in general, what you want to do is walk here, go on high ground, and be like, hey, team, go through our halts and wait for my go call. And you like Zen on high ground or Zen in their halts. Let's have the Zen here. Let's have the soldier here. One of those should happen. And then your team can execute a proper dive and it should be fine. I was impatient trying to kill something instead of waiting for Hammond. Well, in general, your team's not looking for a Sombra dive. You're just playing one by one, it feels like.
6 people.
Sombra no transfer.
Dum, it's feeding!
Like Doom's feeding where? Doom's feeding where, my guy? I have no clue where. Yeah, you get kills. I have no idea how, but you got kills.
Doom!
Fuck.
Hex fine. In general here, if you realize, well, that's not. That's like something really good Sombras will realize. That Lucio right here is not a thread, unless he gets boobs. So don't focus on this guy, even though your monkey is on him. You have to focus on this guy, because that's the guy that can maybe turn around the fight if he's uncontested. The Lucius is bait here at this point. So what you should do is go all the way up here and tell your monkey, hey, let's jump the soldier. And the rest of your team can deal with this clown down here. That was my idea. I was worried about the boop. Okay, so here's the thing. If you get a hack on him from here, if you're setting up a bait, like the soldier is shooting down here right now, then you can right click him and he should literally just die within a second to your monkey. That's fine. But if you want to take the aim duel, you should take the aim duel with this guy up here, so you can't shoot your teammates. To maybe warn your team. Yeah, you should talk to your team here. Like, let's see. I think you what's it called? You take the you shoot him, right? Yeah, right here. You're looking for the hack, I guess. But if you look for the hack, to understand that this guy can shoot you, so you have to do it from this angle down here, so you're behind the wall. So it's a bit harder to see. Sombra have to be a sneaky boy. Very sneak. I think I say something.
Doom.
Fuck.
Like if you, instead of walking out on the point with the hack,
For that.
if you wait in this corner right here, and just hold right click, it's 100% hack. He's not gonna see that in time, and hit the rocket at the corner. Like if he does that, he's insane. And then it's a good play by him, and it's not your fault. Sneak. Yeah, exactly. So don't walk on outside of the cover in order to hack. Especially you started shooting at the beginning. I think if you don't shoot at the beginning and just right click him,
Doom.
I think you get it anyways. Their soldier literally turns towards you because he can't see people down there anymore.
Let's get half.
Eat every fucking one.
Oh, send left.
I have impeak soon.
I'm on send. Soldier on point.
Okay.
Impeak.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just a clean up fight.
Ball hack.
Ball hack, good
We have
call.
EMP by. We have EMP by.
We don't need it.
They have
Okay,
EMP.
that's
They
fine.
have EMP too.
Come kill point.
They have EMP and Visor.
Good hack on the Sombra.
They have impeak.
Now you know they have EMP as well. I mean, it's just clean up right here. They're just stalling. There's not much to talk about. Just good target. You need to target focus. I went in like a pleb. Yeah, it's okay though. In general, it feels like your team's not really talking about setups. Cause right, let's see.
Don't die. Who died? Where's Sugu?
What's your setup?
Yeah. Sugu can't look.
What else do
We
they
need
use?
to ult before they do.
Uh huh.
If we get
Okay.
hacked, we're fucked.
Okay, let's
We
see.
play spread.
Okay, let's EMP. Okay, you have a plan. Let's
Play
EMP.
here.
Now, that's the beginning of it. Let's EMP, but let's EMP what? Who's your target you're looking for? You should be like, hey, let's EMP, and then you should be like, hey, I'm gonna EMP their Zen. Or their Soldier, or their Hammond. Any target, just look for that. So people know. Used to playing goats a lot. It's basically push or go back. Yeah, right here, like, whoever said that, we have to ult earlier, that's a good call. And then you say we EMP, that's also a good call. EMP bomb. No, against this comp, you don't EMP bomb, because they're very mobile. Against goats you do EMP bomb, but against this team you don't EMP bomb. Because they don't really care about it. Like if you EMP bomb against this team, like usually what you do is you start with the bomb, right? EMP is pocket. Because you start with the with EMP bomb combo, you start with the bomb first, so it explodes when you EMP. But since they don't have a shield, they'll hide anyways. And if you EMP first and then you bomb, the bomb's too late. So you can't really set that up properly against this lineup. EMP Blade? No. You literally only EMP. EMP is a fight winner against this team. You EMP the Zen +1, it's already won. The Zen should die instantly, they have no res. So you should be dead. And if their Lucius there, you should die as well. So it's a fight winner. So what you do is you start with EMP. If they somehow manage to come back, because they do the same thing, they EMP your backline, then you can start blading. But you don't EMP Blade, you just EMP and focus a target. And it should be a fight winner. You don't need to combo the EMP here.
I'm playing up top too.
And then we can drop the point. If they MP, we drop the point and bot can be out.
Send behind the tower.
Hide.
Okay, wait. Why were you not in this entire time?
And then we can.
Out, spread out.
We need to ult before they do. If we get hacked, we're
The
fucked.
Translocator is still... I'm not a fan of the Translocator again. It's too far away from your backline, but...
Play spread.
It's okay.
Spread out.
Bot
See.
playing here.
Yeah, you're not invis here for some reason. You should go
I'm
invis.
playing up top too.
And then
You
we
go
can drop
invis
the
now
point.
when you
If
see
they
the
MP, we drop
doom,
the
but...
point and bot can be out.
Send
Yeah,
behind
now
the
he
tower.
uncloaks you because of it.
Hide for EMP.
The hack's okay, you can go for that, but your goal here is to set up an EMP. If you were invis before... If you were invis before, you can set up your EMP. Right now, you're fighting a Doomfist. It's not... Doomfist is not their... What's it called? Not their win condition. Their win condition is their Sombra as well, because you saw she had EMP when you hacked her. So... Don't go for this 1v1. Be invis beforehand. Scout. Very important to scout when you set up an EMP fight. Be like, hey, wait, for example, you stay here, like outside when they walk through here or walk through here, you can see where they're going. If they walk through here, you tell, hey, let's fight in halls. Fight here, I'm gonna EMP here. If they walk through main, you like, hey, let's fight here with EMP. Like, you want to intercept their movement with EMP, and people jump in.
Bok.
He's on point. He's back up.
It's a good hack. Okay, that's just bad reaction time, I guess.
Oh shit.
Our win condition instead.
Yeah, that's a bad call though. Our win condition is dead. Yeah, Ben, come up with a new one! That call is useless. Be like, hey, the win condition we set up is dead. We still have a blade. We still have a diva bomb. We still have beat. What do we do? Your arrows, you like them? I like them too. So right here, as soon as Sombra dies, you'd be like, hey, let's use blade and get on their backline or something like that.
Yeah, let them disappear.
We say for recontest. Well, you can do that,
Top
but
Sombra.
I guess you could do that.
Why didn't we? I don't know.
I died early.
Doom
We
low.
need to EMP
Yeah, I died early.
Zen.
Okay, we need to EMP Zen, he says.
Solo EMP.
It's
They
not
have- they have
bad, that
mines,
call.
They have mines, they have trans, and I think they have B as well.
I'm gonna
Sword
get
on
EMP.
high ground.
Going late, box.
Are you ready?
Okay, the movement here is fine that you go on high
I
ground.
need heals really bad.
I'm gonna go on the soldier up top.
Okay, you hit 2. In general, if you set up this EMP, try to set it up from here so it has max range, so it's the soldier up here as well, people that are here. Because right here, you're wasting half your EMP because it's a circle. But since behind you there's a wall, you're wasting half of the circle. So try to be here. Now, if your only goal is to blow up the Zen with the EMP, it's okay. But in general, against this comp especially, if you hack +1, Zen +1, it makes the fight way easier because they can't really fight back properly anymore. Both supports, 3 members. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's just maybe your flex CPS player can kick something from this VOD review as well. Like if you're not the player on this team. So in general, try to not waste half of the EMP unless this is like their win condition because they only have trans and your only goal is to fuck up their Zen. So you want to be sneaky about it. It's the only time where you want to do an EMP from behind. If you really need to kill their Zen before he trances. That's like the only time I can think of right now where you want to be behind and literally only EMP this guy. I was focused on Zen too much.
Soldier up top.
Okay, you did have trans, so it's not bad. You actually hacked 3, that's crazy. You hacked both supports and the Sombra. This is actually good EMP, even though it was weirdly placed. So don't worry, this EMP was actually really good.
They have EMP, they have EMP.
That beat! Oh my god, why did we beat? Let's have a look. Let's have a look again what happens. So you hacked them, you killed 2, so you're up 1, they have no heals. You're even. Wait, okay, maybe it's. Okay, you're up 1. You hack the Sombra.
They have EMP, they have EMP. Hammer's low.
Especially if you're monkey primals, you don't beat here. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is just a cleanup. That guy mined, but what did he mine? Was anyone in the mines? There was no one in the mines, right?
Where's Doom?
Doom 1.
So don't use that beat. You need that beat because you know they have EMP, so you have to hide and counter the EMP with your beat to show off dominant speed because of the you have no healer's call. Hey, but you do. You have a Lucio. Lucio is a healer. You don't have Anna, but You know what's also interesting? I think he beats before you hack the Sombra, no? Wait, let's see. You didn't call you Hector, and oh my god, you didn't call you Hector, and he beats here, so he doesn't see that you Hector. In a very unlucky scenario, he beats. This guy just presses Q, and the beat's gone. That's actually rough, dude. Oh my god. So be careful with that. Jesus.
They have EMP, they have EMP. Hammer's low.
Now, even if he honestly though, if he EMPs there while you beat, it's actually good for you because they wasted their EMP because you wouldn't have fight anyways. So it's actually bad that he didn't EMP because even if he EMPs there, I don't think they win that fight because you still have a Primeling Monkey. And they literally only had a Hammond Sombra at that point.
Where's Doom?
Doom 1.
That's way too far translow, but it's
Did
okay.
they use any support ults? Yes or no?
No, I hacked both of them.
Oh, no.
Okay, so they have EMP, yeah, they have both support ults.
Yeah, you
so
used
we
too
should-
much. You don't have beat right now. This fight's not winnable anymore if they get a good EMP.
You just tag the
But we wasted beat.
Yeah, I need healing.
That was a
Let's be
beat
another
waste. Okay, right here. Good. This is good. Call their soldiers in main and call for a dive setup on him right now. Or
I'm
Zen.
gonna bomb with the EMP. I'm hiding up here.
Like, why do you get out of Invis? Right here, be like, hey, there's Zens in main. Especially, don't hack a Zen. Okay, he has chance. Never mind, this is a good hack. Never mind. That's a good hack, actually. Did Lucio know that he's a healer? Okay, that's a good hack, actually. I take that back. That's a good hack. I forgot he had trance. If he has trance, it's a good hack. If he doesn't have trance, it's a terrible hack. I heard the Lucio behind when I clicked. Doesn't matter. Wait for your monkey to jump in. If the monkey jumps in and bobbles this, you get a free hack on whoever the fuck you want. Just call it. Be like, hey, there's a soldier Zen in main. That's set up for a soldier Zen or any one of those.
Try not to engage. I'm gonna bomb.
And then you're fine. Now you have to translocate. Now you're out of the fight because your
Can you
translocate's
EMP
too
now?
far away.
Sugu, can you nano me? I'm
Oh
done.
no. Oh no!
Okay.
Storm facility.
Unlucky.
Oh, that's so unlucky. I got the fucking normal hack.
Oh no. Cut the VOD. Cut it. Oh my god. Okay, you can touch. That's a good call. This fight's over.
Oh my
You already lost. Okay, so there were a couple of the biggest mistake. But I guess this map's over, right? Wait,
So Anna
it's
was
gone.
actually
Wait,
the
let's finish it
biggest,
first.
They're not like they are not able to just EMP and one shot us.
Intentemos otra vez. Be right back. Translocate.
Okay, it's over now. Okay, so the biggest mistake. There are two things you should do. Set up a dive on any target, like scout people. If they're here, it doesn't matter. Call dive here. Wait for your monkey to give go signal because he has to walk up first. As soon as he says, let's dive, you can uncloak because that's when he jumps in. And then you can look for a hack on one of them or just shoot them. Whatever you think is best. If it's like a soldier, you should try hack him so you can't run. If it's a Zen, you literally just start shooting at him. If it's a Lucio, try hack him as well because he's annoying if he just wall rides. So, just in general, set up a play. Either you set up a dive on backline or you set up a bait play on their Hammond where you just play with your backline, hold right click when he jumps in. Those are your options. The other one, translocator, throw your translocator towards your backline where you think your backline's gonna play. If you... One sec. I wanna show it here.
Locating.
If your backline plays inside here, throw your translocator inside there towards your backline so you can peel when you go backwards. So that's the biggest thing. Scouting, setting up dives, that's the bigger one. The translocator thing, it's not the end of the world if you need like 5 seconds. It's just min-maxing stuff, but it's something you can fix easily, so I bring it up. But the bigger one is set up a dive on one of the targets and don't just uncloak by yourself. So set up a dive and look to converge on someone. Alright, you have any questions still, or does anyone have any question on that? I can try to answer them. Hello, Joe Max. Enemies work together way better. Yeah, they play as a unit, it feels like. Or rather, it's more like they're playing a triple DPS comp, right? So it's more like you don't have to coordinate as much, especially with Doomfist. Doomfist is not someone that dives with people usually. Doomfist is someone that does something and then your team follows up and tries to bail the Doomfist out. That's how Doomfist work. 0.6 average for the enemies? Okay. Yeah, I think their comp is... It doesn't need as much teamwork because people can literally go on any target they want and it can work. But with you, especially with the Sombra, you have to go and set up some kind of play. Kann man Sombra mit Orisa zusammen spielen? Nicht wirklich, weil die beiden unterschiedliche Dinge haben. Orisa will einfach nur bunkern und Sombra will flanken und Target scouten und Leute töten. Sombra mit Orisa. Sagen wir mal, die Map jetzt, wenn ich mit Sombra hier hochgehe und scoute, was macht Orisa? Er geht hier hin und spammt irgendwas anderes. Macht keinen Sinn. Why do you search so high if you have new team? Hey, that's okay. What do you mean? That's okay. You learn from this. You learn from this more than from anything else because you get punished for your mistakes. If you play against people that are worse than you, you're not gonna get punished, so you don't learn. So you do stuff that's not good, but it works because they're bad. And challenge to improve, exactly. Just use your 5-head. Alright, is there any more question? Is that okay, Battlex? Or do you need me to repeat something? Or did you understand the gist of what I said? With the scouting and flanking and setting up? Or is there anything else? It's nice? Okay. Okay, then Since this one was a short one, I think we do Jinjins right now.